And I'm going to give you 5 ideas, 5 tips for those moments of tension, stress, and anxiety that can help us. The first one is to exercise. Nowadays, we know that exercise is one of the best ways to reduce cortisol in our bodies. People who exercise at night, I don't know if it has happened to you, but cortisol significantly affects sleep. When we are worried, we go to bed and can't fall asleep, wake up many times during the night, or wake up in the morning feeling tired. When we exercise, it helps to eliminate a lot of cortisol. Second point, positive psychology. Positive thoughts, I've talked a bit about this. Any positive thought has a direct impact on our brain. People who smile and think positively activate the prefrontal cortex of their brain, which is the area responsible for planning and problem solving. Your attitude before any situation determines how you respond to it. I repeat this because it's very important. The attitude before any situation determines how you respond to it. Nowadays, we know that before an exam, a date, a meeting, or meeting someone, whether it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend, how we approach it determines how we respond. I'll give you an example. We did an experiment with students who had similar grades and qualifications, and we randomly assigned them to 2 different groups. The first group was told, "This exam is very difficult, and it's unlikely that you'll succeed, but give it a try." The second group was told, "It's very difficult, but we chose you because we know you're smarter than the students in the first group." What happened? In the first group, no one passed the exam. In the second group, everyone passed. Why? Because the attitude before any circumstance activates the brain's problem-solving and planning area. It helps find solutions to problems. What solution do I need to find in an exam or a problem? If my attitude is optimistic, then my brain shows me the solution. If my attitude is negative, like "I can't do it, it's difficult, I won't remember," the blood flow to the problem-solving area in the brain decreases. Therefore, when you say to yourself, "I have an exam, and I can do it," you need to activate the memory and learning area. If you say, "I can't remember," your brain prepares to fail. The attitude before determines how you respond to circumstances. If I go to a conference and say, "I'm sure people won't like me today because I didn't sleep well," I start off on the wrong foot because my brain is not as sharp as it is on other occasions. But if today, I go and say, "I can do this, there are people eager to listen and learn," I activate myself, and the best version of myself comes out. And if not, a mediocre version comes out. That's why I talk a lot about attitude. Success in life consists of knowledge, skills, and willpower, multiplied by attitude. Knowledge is important, it adds up. Skills, willpower, organization, and perseverance also add up. But what multiplies everything is your attitude toward life. That's what multiplies it. When someone asks you about your favorite teacher, you don't say, "My favorite teacher was the one who knew the most about a certain subject." No one says that. People say, "I liked that teacher because of their personality. My boss, I liked his personality. I choose my friends not based on their grades, I choose them for their character." Negative people tend to stick together. You rarely see an optimist, a cheerful, happy person walking alongside a typical bitter, neurotic, and heavy-hearted individual. The bitter ones tend to infect each other, so be careful. Therefore, positive thoughts are crucial, and this means that we all have a voice in our minds, a commentator of thoughts that says, "Be careful." For women, it might say, "You don't look as pretty today, you've gained weight, your friend is more attractive than you." For men, it might say, "He's more athletic, he pays more attention to girls than to you." For those of us who work, it might say, "You're not at your best today." This inner voice can be very dangerous, so I tell you today that your inner voice should support you, not undermine you. You need to gain control over your inner voice. Be cautious of negative thoughts, they lead us to fail before even starting and can self-sabotage us. "I'm not pretty enough, she's much more beautiful than me." Don't pay attention to that. Be aware of that inner voice. Thirdly, toxic people and vitamin people. We all have someone who, just thinking about them, raises our cortisol levels. These toxic people profoundly harm us. It could be a father, mother, spouse, in-law, sibling, classmate, teacher, or boss. We've all had or have someone like that, and we need to learn how to handle toxic people. What's the problem with these toxic people? I always say that the best solution is to distance yourself, to keep them at arm's length. But what if I can't distance myself? What if they are in my family, my class, or my inner circle, and I can't avoid them? You learn to be discreet with these people. Don't share your innermost thoughts with toxic individuals because they will use them against you. Toxic people are emotional vampires. They drain your emotions and raise your cortisol levels. On the other hand, ask yourself, do I want this person to have so much power over my life that they can destabilize me so quickly? Many times, it's not worth having people with such an ability to harm us. The next step is to determine if this person is universally toxic or if they are toxic only to me. Who does it affect the most? Often, it's me. I don't know why, but it affects me the most. It generates sadness, insecurity, a feeling of being judged, and I feel attacked or envied. So, delve into their circumstances. Understand what's behind their behavior, because understanding alleviates. When you understand the circumstances people are going through, it's a relief because you comprehend what's driving their actions. Lastly, surround yourself with vitamin people who, just by seeing them, increase your serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine levels, the hormones of pleasure, trust, and well-being. Just being with them for a while reduces the effects of cortisol. The fourth point, which is currently very trendy and on the rise, is the whole topic of meditation, mindfulness, or even prayer. All these methods have proven to be powerful therapies for reducing cortisol. Meditating, practicing mindfulness, or praying, all with a sense of abandonment and acceptance, can be highly effective. Perfectionist individuals, by nature, are never satisfied, and nothing ever lives up to their expectations. They constantly suffer. When one meditates, practices mindfulness, or prays, they don't have to cling to the idea that everything must go their way. They don't need to control every outcome. And the fifth point, you might ask, why not 3-2? Well, this is about omega-3. Omega-3 is like the oil of fish. Nowadays, it's proven that cortisol causes tissue inflammation. In fact, it's scientifically established that cancer originates in inflamed areas of the body, and cortisol exacerbates this inflammation. Omega-3 is a natural anti-inflammatory found in fish. However, not everyone can eat fish every day. Therefore, omega-3 capsules available at pharmacies, taken 1 capsule a day, can help prevent somatization, headaches, muscle pain, and gastrointestinal discomfort caused by anxiety. It's beneficial for people who tend to be hyperactive, prone to sadness or depression, or those who experience anxiety.